episode, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for last week's episode.
And my cereal did nothing to you, man.
We recorded like a whole 2-hour episode.
We did. It was a long ass episode.
This computer right here, this shitbag, refused to render it. Like, y'all, I would sit down to render it and it would just act like it couldn't do it. So I'm gonna have to figure something out with it. So that's just gonna be a lost episode. It's gonna get out eventually.
I don't know what's going on. His insults are on 100 today. I didn't even know when he was scolding me for my cereal. Nigga called me a biscuit face. I couldn't even be offended because I was just so like a biscuit face. And the cocaine is in the pot, and we out here cooking this bitch. You feel me? This is the Hold It Down podcast where we are really we're really good ambassadors of gravity over here. You know what I'm saying? Because we hold it down. You feel me? I be your host. You know what I'm saying? The independent variable, aka the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Say Quan the Don. Sometimes I eat super wontons. You feel me?
But you don't eat cereal, right?
You gonna bring that to the file?
Okay.
It was like when the record skipping and said it just got real.
I saw it. Yeah, I said, whoa, wait a minute. The record that ass crashing it. He's like, what? We doing this?
The funny thing is they can't even see. They can't even see that. But
nigga,
see, right. if you were to look to your
graveyard of cereals,
if y'all were to look to your right, which you can't see because it's a camera, there is definitely a box of at least probably 6 cereals that I'm gonna be departing with today because I guess I'm a cereal hoarder, man.
I'm glad that you're finally admitting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're being honest now.
My problem is cereal is one of the things that I buy because they do last long, and I'm like, well, you know what? When I want it, it will be there. But then I keep on going through all kinds of diet ideas, and sometimes cereal, because it's so sugary and sweet, it don't really mix. Like recently, I've been on keto. You know what I'm saying? I've been having some success with it. You know what I mean? Lost reaching about 18 pounds. You might not be able to see it today because yesterday was my cheat day, and I definitely enjoy the fuck out of my cheat days. You know what I'm saying? But those that know keto, you can't really have carbs. And what is cereal? All but carbs. You feel me? So, you know, it's rough. Upon other diets, it's made me waste mad cereal. You know what I mean?
He was already doing that before the keto.
Yeah, but now I kind of have a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just run with that. But you know what I'm saying? Here, my fellow accusatory, you know what I'm saying? My responsible cereal holder, the serial killer, if you will, Mr. Jaguar Hat. You know what I'm saying? What do they call you?
It's your man, the Untitled Bloodbath, back end of the Hold Down podcast, where it's like hip hop, battle rap culture as a whole. This show was way off topic to begin with. I'm trying to get us back.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. AKA Black on Off Black. You know what I'm saying? Because you are definitely rocking 2 different shades of black right now with that damn hat and that damn shirt. Okay? That hat done seen some sun before. You know what I'm saying? That hat's definitely fell asleep in the car before, and then you be like, damn, the sun done dyed my hat to a whole nother black. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely multicultural right now. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You definitely probably Guyanese and Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the headphones that are, you know, I can't think of another, Egyptian. You know what I mean? But you representing. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let them know what else you got coming out your mustache.
So yeah, this week's episode, we realized we didn't really have that many news topics, and plus last week's episode, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for last week's episode.
And my cereal did nothing to you, man.
We recorded like a whole 2-hour episode.
We did. It was a long ass episode.
This computer right here, this shitbag, refused to render it. Like, y'all, I would sit down to render it, and it would just act like it couldn't do it. So I'm gonna have to figure something out with it. So that's just gonna be a lost episode. It's gonna get out eventually.
I don't know what's going on. His insults are on 100 today. I didn't even know when he was scolding me for my cereal. Nigga called me a biscuit face. I couldn't even be offended because I was just so like a biscuit face. What do you gotta do in your life to be called a biscuit face, my nigga? Like, oh shit.
Nah, bro,
You know what I mean?
I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Bro.
Them damn That's how I know, because the cereals are on the whole other side. They don't even bother, but I guess you see it.
Over there. I really don't.
But I guess you end up seeing it sometimes because it overflows into where the pots are, and you do be in the kitchen whipping the work. You know what I'm saying? Whipping up the babies and whatnot. But yeah, like, I'm gonna get rid of them boxes today. I'm gonna depart with them. You know what I'm saying? The dumpster outside is empty, so there's room for it now. So we good to go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's a whole long ass episode. It's gonna come to y'all when it comes to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunate. Our funds are limited, so we gotta work with the computer that's available, and sometimes that computer, I don't even gonna say it can't handle it. It just be acting like a little bitch sometimes.
It really does, but it really truly does.
Yeah. So we figured this time, since it's a long ass episode that y'all didn't get to see or hear, it's like, you know what? Maybe
we would keep this one simpler.
Yeah. Maybe something about that episode being long caused a rendering issue. Who knows? So what we gonna do is, you know what, we ain't gonna, and there's really no news topic. There's nothing really worthy to talk about.
It was a pretty slow news week.
You know what I'm saying?
I did want to touch on some Midnight Madness stuff, since the Midnight Madness event is next weekend.
For sure.
I wanted to run through some of the battles. I'm pretty sure you're not going to know who half these people are. I still just wanted to make sure that we say them so people can't say that we didn't.
Yeah.
Since Midnight Madness is like the hottest thing in battle rap right now.
Let's
also, wanted to touch on Remy Ma, saying she got a battle rap event next month.
There was definitely a joke in there somewhere that I was gonna say, but I'm gonna leave it alone because I got a fiance.
Sure.
Fucking my fiance knows. Nigga, I wish I could touch on Remy Ma. I love Remy Ma. Remy Ma was one of my first crushes, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So peace and love to Remy Ma. Everything she does, I rock with.
Great.
Staying out of jail, all that positive shit. Black love. Shout out to Papoose. Still bump his mixtapes from time to time too. You know what I'm saying? But what's she doing in the battle world, Kev?
She has an event coming up next month in February, and we haven't heard much about it. She said because she had to push it back, because she said at first it was the same weekend as the Super Bowl, so now she realized that's a bad idea.
Yes,
back.
That's always a bad idea. I ain't gonna lie. That's yeah. Don't even try it.
No, it's a waste of time. It's a complete and utter waste of time and money.
Yeah.
So it's called Queens Get the Money. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like an all women's card. And then she said after this one, she's trying to do more cards, like 4 more cards throughout the year. And then she also said, this is all in Twitter Spaces, by the way, where all the battle rap breaking news happens now.
Yeah.
She was saying that she wants to get more celebrities involved in battle rap too. Kind of like same thing Drake said, but she said it as well. So we're gonna see 2022 going into 2023 might be the year that battle rap goes mainstream. Because the Twitter Spaces already have been thriving, so like they're really finding new avenues, and I like that. Like I like that rap is really growing. They're finally hitting the point where niggas is finally getting money for real.
Yeah,
and that's what I like to see for them.
And I feel like it's a good space because with I would even say with actual hip hop being a lot less lyrically clever these days, I feel like there's a space for people that want to hear some actually well written and condensed bars.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why I kind of like battle rap is kind of growing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like even some of our spitters, like they like the niggas we consider to be spitters, like may not have the most lyrically crazy, you know, shit, but they just know how to deliver shit well. You know what I mean? But the battle rap space is a whole bunch of different. Is a different monster, especially this era being EFB every fucking bar. You know what I'm saying? And with us covering a lot of the classics, we're really seeing the difference, like between the classic joints and the people that we used to respect, and now how the new generation is handling shit. Like
it's different.
It's definitely different. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the same as, you know, you go up to Hot 97 and with your 32 of all fire that you thought, you know what I'm saying, or going up to Fun Flex now and having a freaking 5-minute freestyle cipher and shit. It ain't the same, my nigga. That shit good, but this shit is a whole nother monster, my nigga. Yeah. You feel me?
I definitely.
You can't take no bars off.
No.
At all.
Niggas ain't got time for that.
For sure.
But yeah, so Midnight Madness got their first event January 28th. They got some titles on the line. So I'm going to mention just a couple of them. Because at first it was supposed to be Prestavia versus Yoshi. They was really pushing that one for one of the women's titles because Prestavia is gun titles now. But that battle kind of fell through. Now they're saying that battle might get pushed to Remy Ma's card, which I mean, that would be good for that card.
For sure.
Those are some pretty big names in women's battle rap. So one of the battles we got coming up, Snake Eyes versus Nun Nun. That's for the men's hardcore.
Okay.
You at least know who Nun Nun is, right?
I've heard the name.
He's a white dude. He was in Ultimate Madness, like 2. No, I think it was Ultimate Madness 3. Was it? No, I think it was 2. He battled JC last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got a name then, because he's acting like JC is one of the illest.
Yeah, and
one of the top niggas.
That's the way niggas talk. So yeah, that's what they say.
That is a fact.
For the women's hardcore, we got Shuni versus Fendi. I'll be keeping it 100 with you. I do not know either one of those women. I apologize. I do not mean to be rude. I'm not familiar with their work. I guess I'll get familiar once these battles come out, whenever they come out.
Yeah, I guess so, because I don't know neither. Only Fendi I know is, you know what I'm saying, the one that F's you up.
Yeah.
Fendi store.
So then we got True Foe versus Drugs for the War Dog Championship.
We know them. We know them. On phone them. Yeah. We know them.
Yeah.
All right.
Then we got Just Cuz versus Hustle for the One Man Army Championship. That must be one. That's supposed to be a new belt. Also, I'm not familiar with either one of those people.
A whole nother JC. Okay.
Yeah, Just Cuz. Yeah. Then we got J2 versus Bad News for the Underdog belt. They just got so many random belts over there.
Yeah.
They're just starting, but they already having the problem that wrestling had, where it's too many championships starts to just dilute the water. It don't mean nothing no more, but everybody got a belt.
Because I feel like because everybody wants a title. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody does want a title,
and I feel like when you don't got a title, you like niggas can talk shit. But it's like when you got the belt, then niggas be like, all that shit just bounces off the belt, my nigga.
Yeah. And they got Big T versus Lou Castro for the Undisputed Championship.
I'm actually glad for that, because I was actually saying to myself, like, what happened to Big T? Like, where he at? Because like the last time we heard of Big T, he did well, so he still got it.
What one was that one?
It was when he did like the local battle.
That small
when them niggas battled in a fucking Airbnb and shit.
Yeah, battle like his Gage. I was thinking of the one he did against Bill Collector. That battle wasn't that good for either one of them days. That was the same event as the Nun Nun and JC battle. Actually, that was the same event as Geechee versus Math Hoffa. Geechee murdered that nigga.
It looks like Bill Collector need to go back to them jokes.
Nah, bro. Bill Collector been killing niggas, bro. You ain't seen none of his clips, dog. I'm telling you. Bill Collector has been tearing niggas up, dog. Like,
okay.
I'm telling you. Bill Collector ain't nothing to be fucked with.
We gotta do a Bill Collector battle soon, then.
Yeah. Bill Collector is not playing with niggas, bro. Like,
I got you. I'm with that, then. I'm with that.
So, yeah, those, like, their card has changed a good bit, so I'm pretty sure those are all the battles for right now, because it was like a different lineup before, but some of the battles fell through. So that's what's going on right now for the 28th. Again, I'm not sure how these battles are getting out. We just know the event is on the 28th. So I don't know if it's live or what. We just know that's when they're happening. So they might record them the 28th, and we don't watch them until like a week or two later. We don't know yet. We just know that's when the event is. So
yeah,
be on the lookout for on Midnight Madness YouTube channel. Keep us posted, shit. I might miss something because I can't keep up with everything at this rate.
That's a fact.
So yeah, that's what's going on in the battle rap world. There's nothing going on in the hip hop world besides niggas drawing words with money. But I'm pretty sure everybody saw it on Instagram already.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that because there's real shit involved with that, and it's like it's all cute until a nigga die, and then everybody wants to have their moral compass. Yeah. But when niggas is actually making niggas that are actual street niggas, have actual street backgrounds, and in this day and age it's just cool to be millions up and not leave your street ties alone.
Makes no sense.
You know what I'm saying? So niggas can still fucking die after getting a once in a lifetime opportunity. All of a sudden everybody wants to remember their moral compass again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that's it for battle rap news. This week's battles, another classic. You know, we're trying to knock out these classics to start the year off with. Arsenal versus Casita, a grind time battle. Grind time, the league that I started watching battle rap on. So it was nice to see some of those random faces in the background again.
Yeah.
Some grind time legends just standing around in the back. Niggas who really don't battle no more nowadays.
At all. You know what I mean?
This was another Quan suggestion. Quan's really been the one suggesting all these throwback battles, and luckily I don't care, so I'm down to watch them too. So
don't worry, Head Ice will be next.
I'm pretty sure he'll find a way to get us to watch a Head Ice battle. It's gonna be horrible.
Low key, for no reason, I was watching like Lions Den battles. I was watching like Tech 9, and I really realized for the first time I realized I was like, oh shit! I realized that URL like took down all his battles because all the battles I seen with him was all the classic shit, but I noticed it was all on miscellaneous YouTube channels. I was like, oh, that shit that's attached to his name was like, you know, whether it's even, I don't know if we even established if it was true or not, even though something like that come out and then all of a sudden a nigga kills himself. It's like, it is what it is. But like, it did give me a chance to appreciate Arsenal versus Tech Nine, which the first time I was introduced to Tech Nine, and I was like, yo, 'cause I just wanted to like watch a battle where I could laugh. And I remember Tech Nine's style was funny as fuck for no reason. Like, I don't even know if it was intended to be, because he didn't carry it like it was jokes, but his like delivery of the shit always made it funny. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
this also was a funny battle of Arsenal and Casita. I only remember Arsenal having jokes in the second. I didn't realize he had jokes in all 3 rounds. I did not remember all 3 rounds being jokes.
Yeah, I remember. Like, this is one of those, like, with Arsenal being I'll give him credit. Like, when we were introduced to Arsenal, he was already next to some of the big name niggas. Like, when I first seen Arsenal, I'm seeing him next to Goods, who I'm learning about at the time. I see him next to Lux, who one of the battle rap legends already at that point. And I'm seeing him next to Head Ice, which, you know, was one of the niggas that I was learning about, but apparently the streets already knew the fuck about already. You know what I'm saying? So he was around some heavyweight niggas, and he was one of the most promising names. Like, he had energy, he had bars, he had presence, he had anything you would want in a battle rapper at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this was before he was Mr. Disrespect. Like, he wasn't even on that wave yet.
Yeah, he was just a disrespectful nigga naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was my first time seeing him on Grind Time, and this is my first time seeing Casita too, because I didn't know who Casita was before then. But these niggas went head up crazy. Like, it was a classic, definitely a classic in my eyes. A high viewed battle, of course. You know what I'm saying? You know, Arsenal gets, when it comes to them numbers, you know, so he do his thing. I'll give him that, no matter what. Even if he may have not been, I don't think he's as good as he used to be or as far as he used to be. The numbers be there though.
Yeah,
you know how to get some views.
Arsenal's name still gets views, like,
for sure,
no matter what.
For sure. But yeah, like, and I think this was the first battle where I heard that he was a Crip. Didn't know he was Crippin' until this battle.
He probably was. I just don't remember or don't know.
Because the ones I was watching with him on Lions, then he really didn't like throw up the C's like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what. And I was also mentioning in the Bloodbath that, like, I wanted to kind of have a classic from each, like, from different leagues. So like the first one was like Smack DVD. You can consider that URL, but I don't consider it the same. It's Smack DVD. This one is Grind Time. Our next one, we're thinking about probably having a classic from Lions Den. I'll try to find a good one for you. Don't worry, it won't involve head ice. We was also thinking Queen of the Ring, King of the Dot, and I definitely want to end it with URL. I won't say what the one I have for URL is yet, because, you know, we'll just see how this thing plays out. But in these first coming months, you know, if we don't have an event to cover, then I'll probably cover with a classic joint just to, you know what I mean, get those out the way.
Word.
You know what I mean?
We're also going to bring back the album reviews. So recommend us any battle rap albums you could think of. The more recent, the better, honestly, so we can crank those out, and then we'll go back further. Yeah. So if you see a battle rapper dropping an album, because one of them got to be somebody. It's too many of these niggas saying they make me. Somebody got something coming out.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of sad, because like when battle rappers be dropping albums, I really don't hear about it.
I don't hear about it either.
It'll be niggas we like, and it's just like, I'm not aware.
Yeah.
Like we gotta
don't be knowing.
Like, I wouldn't even know. I literally wouldn't even know about the Shotgun Sugar one if I just didn't see it, happen to see it on my page.
Yeah.
On my IG, like scrolling down, I was like, oh, he released a tape? All right, fuck it. But yeah, I think the next one we'll do is speaking of Arsenal, that I was doing my little Arsenal research, and I happened to see that he had released a tape last year called Big Jersey. And I want to check it out because I listened to one of the songs and it actually sounded fire. It was a joint with him and Untitled Chapter. They had a video to it and everything, and it wasn't like battle rap music. It was like him doing what he needed to do in that joint, a fire joint. So I was like, hey, we might have something on here. So Big Jersey, I think that'll be the next one we review as an album. All that good shit.
Cool. All right, so this battle.
That's if this video renders, you even hear this shit.
Yeah. And say, if you ain't hear about this, then it's still gonna happen.
For real.
All right, so this battle, I'm gonna get into my notes and everything. So round one,
fight.
Arsenal came out, and his first round, I just wrote down some of the most random and unorthodox punchlines and references that I've ever heard. He was threatening to do things in a way where it's like, nigga, where'd that even come from?
That's how Arsenal style used to be. Like, before he was Mr. Disrespect, he used to just think of like violent acts, but like he would be like almost like Street Fighter or like some Mortal Kombat shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, I'm gonna punch you through a school bus. You know what I'm saying? Like just wild shit. He would just think of wild shit.
It was just the most random punchlines, y'all. Like the whole first round was just like, nigga, what? You gonna do what?
You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like,
Huh? And all of them was silly. Like the whole of them would be partly silly. And like, nigga, that was just his whole first was just unorthodox threats.
That's all he would do.
All right, that's different.
He'd be like, yo, your bitch get fire top. I'm gonna run over your head with an SRT8 until the tires pop. Like just wild shit. He would like just like anime violence.
Yeah,
like
that's really what his whole first was.
For sure.
So then and after that he just stopped rapping. He's like,
yeah,
I'm done. All right, cool.
I think he just ran out of shit to say. He was like, I think that round had enough.
It was almost like he wanted to say more, but he was losing it, so he just stopped before he started stumbling.
Yeah. Yeah, because he be in his flow. He was one of the people that I really noticed that could freestyle really well too. Yeah. I'll give him that. Because before then, I didn't feel like niggas could really freestyle that well. I thought like I remember that's why I like the Serious Jones and Murder Mook battle that we covered on the episode.
That's not out.
That's not out. It was amazing at the time because I was like, oh, these niggas is going off the dome. Like oh shit, these niggas really do freestyle. So like that's when niggas would have an unfair concept of how niggas really rap, because niggas would think that niggas would have like a whole 5-minute or like round about you of all these intricate bars, but it was all off the dome. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. But like a nigga like Arsenal, like he really was really good with like off the dome bars. You know what I'm saying? So amazing type of shit. But yeah.
So Arsenal's round finishes where it was a bunch of silly fun bars that weren't bad, they were pretty good.
Yeah, they was hitting.
Then you get into the Casita's round of just real talking about this nigga. And then hit him with all the bus driver bars. Got him out the way in the first round.
I ain't gonna lie. This was also the first time I heard about him being a bus driver. And when I tell you, I don't know if somebody said that shit before, but that shit stuck with him for a long time. And then niggas didn't care. Nigga had his own league. Nigga was most viewed. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would brag about their freaking their purse, their freaking how much money it costs to book them and shit. Niggas were like, nah, nigga, you a bus driver, nigga.
That's all you ever been. That's all you ever gonna be, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? That shit stuck with him for so long.
Yeah, it really, really did. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Casita was the first nigga to bring up the bus driver shit and spent the whole first talking about it. Not the whole, but most of his first talking about the bus driver. And honestly, it was good bars, too. It was real nice. Casita had some good shit. Like, it really, I really forgot how good Casita really was. Like, Casita was good, and his shit, like half of it was like not half. I'd say like a quarter of it was jokes, but most of it was just coming at this nigga about being a bus driver. It was working.
It was just shit that happened to be funny at the same time.
It just happened to be funny. What I'm saying? It wasn't his whole goal. Like Arsenal, you could tell his goal was to be funny. Yeah, especially when he came out in the second. And just had an entire round
of short jokes, my nigga. I think this is one of the things where like Arsenal knew who his crowd was. You know what I'm saying? Like I think this was one of the times. It wasn't his first time on Grind Time. I think he had battled. To my knowledge, he might have had other battles, but I know he battled Awkwards before. So maybe he was getting a feel for the crowd, because it's different from Lions Den. Lions Den is street niggas. You in a hood store and shit. Like. It's a different environment, you know what I'm saying? So when you around, like, it's like, okay, I'm around white folks, I'm on the West Coast. This is a little more like a skate-friendly area, you know what I'm saying? So making these weird-ass jokes and saying shit a certain way makes more sense. It hits a little different. I can't try to outstreet this nigga out here because niggas might not even know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Or they might be like, ooh, that sounds hard, but it's like, they ain't gonna really like feel it, as opposed if I'm just like, you know, your mother looks like a man, niggas gonna be like, oh shit,
not a man.
You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, like all short jokes, my nigga. When I tell you, like when you think it'll be over, he be like, another one, bro. That shit was amazing, my nigga.
Yeah, it really was. And then like the worst part about that is though, like they lost the audio during part of it. But he was really wilding. See, he was really wild. We have no idea what he was saying during that part of the battle. They just lost the audio.
He had nothing. Nigga started out with 5 nickels. And then it was like the crowd was just getting hyped, and you just see them
losing. And then he started rapping over the nigga.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. He didn't have to rap above him. That was unnecessary.
Yeah. that shit
so then after that, Casita had to stand on top of his homie so he can get some more hype.
Yeah, Arsenal wasn't feeling that shit though. He was just like, nigga, you ain't gonna disrespect me. I was like, nigga, you just
You just rapped over him.
All right, whatever. So, but yeah, Casita came back because I ain't gonna lie. I respect Casita was like fighting back like a motherfucker.
Yo,
like,
yeah, Casita didn't seem phased at all by the whole round. Like it didn't phase him because he came out in the second and just had some solid punches. Like,
Yeah.
He didn't feel the need to address none of that shit. He's like, nigga, I'm gonna just keep rapping. Like,
yeah.
People seem to get over it quick once he started getting them bars off again.
Yeah, he's definitely true to his name because that nigga, like, no matter how much Arsenal got the crowd to like basically crowd surf from his short jokes and shit, that nigga did not seem rattled at all.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Slightest.
And even with Arsenal like invading his space, like rapping over him, when the nigga lost the audio, nigga pulled out the rubber band from his hair and just started wilding his dreads all on him and shit. Just I don't know what he was saying, but this nigga like it's like a nigga is in his face just yelling and shit. Casita's just like, all right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So like, yeah, that's a different nigga. That's a different nigga right there.
Not phased at all.
At all.
And he had a good second, honestly. Like,
a very good second.
So then we came into the third, and Arsenal had more jokes,
more short jokes.
I don't know how he does. He just had a whole nother, like it wasn't a whole nother round, but it was a good bit around with short jokes, and he just ended the rest off with some more stuff from the first, like just random unorthodox punchlines about Casita's sister sucking dick, or something like that. Always about getting his dick sucked. That was usually how his bars worked.
That's why it made me feel like I couldn't tell what was like pre-written and what was like freestyle. Because some of the shit you could definitely tell was freestyle because like it definitely even times where he would like repeat some of the bars just to buy himself some time and shit. Like, or you can even tell him, you could like look at him like looking at Casita up and down and just be like, like you could like it just felt like a lot of it was freestyle, but it was good though. It was like good freestyle, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, definitely like two legends in the making and we ain't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So then
I would almost say this is kind of one of, sorry to interrupt. I would almost say that this is kind of one of the first like every fucking bar battles I've seen because whereas we watched the other one and it was like, okay, a good bar here and there from time to time. This one, like, niggas was like oohing almost every bar and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
pretty much.
Like grind time was kind of like that. I could almost maybe credit grind time to having that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the crowd was a little easier, but niggas did go for like, let me not have filler. Let me like have at least a little punch every single joint, so I get some reaction. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's real.
Definitely.
Niggas was definitely more punchline based than grind time.
For sure.
So then Casita just went out in this third, just had more consistent punches. I'd say Casita was real consistent this whole battle. Like,
definitely. I will say though, I feel like that third niggas wasn't feeling them as much.
And he just stopped. That's why he was like, yeah, I'm gonna just stop right there. And then the battle ends. Like,
yeah.
But both of them did it once. Just did it in different rounds. Like,
yeah.
It was like they wanted to keep rapping. I was like, nigga, I don't care no more.
Yeah. I think it was because Arsenal was talking. It felt like Arsenal was like talking during his shit. So it's just like, all right, I think I've got my point across. So whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely good shit, good battle. And then Arsenal with the short jokes was funny as hell to me because like I've never like. Bro, even the part where he grabbed his two homies and that like he was gonna drop kick the nigga, bro.
Yeah,
like that shit was just crazy.
I'm surprised you ain't say pause about him saying I'm gonna stand on my homie's shoulder
so you can suck my dick.
Suck my dick. I was like, that was weird.
Yeah, it was wild. Niggas just fine. Niggas pause everything except for suck my dick, which has got to be like the most directly gay thing you could do because. Niggas always tell another nigga to suck my dick. I've never seen a nigga go to a woman and say, yo, suck my dick. Like, niggas don't ever... Niggas have all kind of beef with women. You know what I'm saying? Niggas... Some people, child support. Niggas have bad baby mamas and all kind of shit. But then they'll be like, you know what? Suck my dick. But let them beef with another rapper. Oh, immediately. Yo, suck my dick. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand that shit.
I literally can't remember the last time I've said that to another person. Like I ain't never been so mad at it. But man, nigga, suck my dick. Like it's not really a southern thing. It's really not.
I've never even told another nigga that shit because I just felt like just look at the verbiage of it. I'm like,
I think I said it like once or twice when I was younger. But then like
even
once
when I
niggas
was younger,
explained to me how like up north how very disrespectful it is. Like now up north niggas you can get killed over saying that. I was like, what? in the South, if niggas say suck my dick, that mean they just want to box. Like it don't mean when nigga want to die.
Yeah, up north, it definitely means is either kill or be killed type shit.
Yeah.
Or the third option that nobody thinks of, or maybe
he actually does it.
he does it. I know. I remember one time I heard DMX say that shit in the bar. He was like, "I would tell you suck my dick, but you might suck it." You know what I'm saying? Like, and DMX would say some sus shit too.
He would. He definitely would.
Nigga definitely in one of his popular songs says, "Suck my dick." And all you niggas that been to jail before know that it's about to get thick. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? Rest in peace to the legend. We're gonna leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in the 90s and early 2000s said some flagrant wild shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, like niggas is just very cool with throwing the Frank around, and I don't get it. I never want to do that shit as a kid. I just never. I remember I used to tell niggas die slow. I felt very comfortable telling a nigga to die slow.
I've said that before. Yeah.
I feel like that's better than telling niggas suck my dick. Like, because what do you do when you encounter somebody that's like, all right.
I'm like, will you apologize?
What do you do?
I'm sorry. I ain't really mean that.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure? I'm very sure. I didn't mean that.
It's like, you know what? We don't even gotta have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the scuff on my shoe, I don't even see it. I know you didn't mean to do that. We don't even gotta, you know what I mean? It's all good, bro. Yeah, you enjoy your night, sir. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, hell no. Niggas never. I've noticed. I've never seen a man tell a woman to suck my dick, ever. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start watching some battles with like that men go against women. Mm-hmm. There was a card for that shit, right?
Yeah, King versus Queens.
I want to say, did Sir even tell 45 to suck his dick? Like,
I don't remember.
Did any guy?
It might have came out. Probably in Swamp versus KCJ, but that's because Swamp really didn't have nothing to say, so he was just saying boring shit like, "Oh, I would never fuck you. You not cute. You ain't even all that."
Probably would be like,
It was just 3 rounds of misogyny. It was bad.
So technically, he didn't even say suck my dick. So that's what I'm saying. Niggas talking to women.
Somebody's probably said it during some of these men versus women's battles. Somebody's probably said it. Just not as aggressively as it was said to another man though, but he probably said it.
Nigga Murder Mook on the episode that we recorded that won't render. First thing he said, "All right, Mr. Jones, I don't want to be your friend after this, so I'm gonna get this out real early. Suck my dick." Mm-hmm. Immediately, the first thing he said to a nigga was "suck my dick." Yeah. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why? I don't get it. Yo, I know it's a new year and we already into the shit and niggas gonna do what they gonna do, but maybe next year. Leave that shit in the next year. Next year, leave the throwing the Frank around. I'm tired of niggas saying "suck my dick." I'm tired of it.
I didn't know they called it throwing the Frank around.
That's what they call it. It's throwing the Frank. You know what I'm saying? It's always called.
I'm assuming it's short for Frankfurter. That's in hot dog.
Yeah. Throwing the Frank around. It's the Frank stand as they call it.
This must be some up north slang.
Yeah, or the I remember Keith Murray used to call it the Johnny Unitas.
Like the wrestler?
Yeah. But it was called I was
thinking of John Laurinaitis, different person.
The Johnny Unitas, or some of the older OGs would call it "invite me to your privates." That's like the nice way to say it.
All right, so anyway, the scores. Crowd control.
Suck my dick. Niggas really just love throwing this shit around. All right. Crowd control, Arsenal. I ain't gonna hold you. I give this nigga a 5. The crowd was loving that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Especially the second round. It was every bar was a ooh. Everything was ooh. You know what I'm saying? You thought Young M.A. was in the crowd. Like, all kinds of oohs. A little Uzi Vert, if you will. Conceded, I gave him a 4 because he definitely had some crowd participation, but I think definitely in the third I noticed like a drop. So I couldn't give him a 5.
I gave Arsenal a 4. Only reason I didn't give him a 5 is because I feel like the crowd also gave a little bit of respect to Conceited. Like if the crowd didn't care about Conceited at all, I would have given him a straight up 5 because he definitely had the crowd more in the second, and I feel like towards the third he had like earned the crowd. But I can't give him the full 5.
I respect it.
I gave him a 3 because it just wasn't the same as Arsenal's respect, and it was like he had to fight for his. That's why he just got a 3.
I respect it. No matter what, whatever you gave Arsenal, you got to give Conceited a point less.
Yeah.
It had to be a point.
It was not equal.
It definitely wasn't. No. Definitely wasn't. So I respect it. Delivery. I give Arsenal a 5 because I ain't gonna lie. Because even when I was trying to find bars, you really like reading the shit. it's like you realize it's like, okay, these don't read as well as it, but so I was like, that just attributes.
Yeah.
He delivered it really well.
Yeah.
Because in the battle, it's amazing. But then I'm reading the shit, I'm like, I thought he had more shit.
Yeah,
I thought it was better than that.
You reading it back like, I don't think that's what he said.
Right.
Oh, that's what he really said.
Yeah.
So why not like it so much?
Yeah.
Bro,
So yeah, definitely 5 on delivery, and I gave Conceited a 4 on delivery because his shit was a great delivery, definitely. You know what I'm saying? And it was almost the same thing as Arsenal, but just I feel like in this one, Arsenal definitely had the better delivery.
I had the same exact logic. I give out the same exact scores. Arsenal 5, Casita 4. I felt the same way about their delivery. Like, Arsenal's delivery was great. He sold his bars well. He's more animated with his shit. Like, he really made sure niggas felt his bars, no matter how average they kind of were on paper. So
respectfully,
haymakers.
I gave Arsenal a 4. So I feel like, you know, the bars was good. The bars was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me reading them, feeling different. I'm like, you know what? In the battle of watching it, the shits was hidden. I fucked with it, so I'm gonna give him a 4. And Conceited also gave him a 4. Definitely wasn't 5 material, but like Conceited, without having short jokes and shit, like Conceited was definitely fighting back like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, if a nigga feel like Conceited won that shit, like, I'd understand him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I gave them both 3s because realistically, these bars weren't that amazing. It's just that the crowd was so hyped that it made you feel like they were saying amazing shit. And again, Arsenal's delivery sold his bars so well.
Yeah.
But I was like listening back to it, I was kind of starting to see like Casita was so consistent and like his bars were really good. Like he low key could have won, like you said, off bars alone. He didn't have to do all the extra shit. So like that's the only reason I gave him both 3s is because Conceited, his shit was good, but it wasn't great. And then Arsenal shit was great, but not good. But you would think it was great because of the way the crowd was going. So it was like, it kind of balanced them out.
Yeah.
So that's why I gave them both 3s because like compared to shit we score for everything else. It was like, if a nigga said that in a round, the crowd would not care unless he sold it well. So that's why I gave him both 3s.
And Zone, I give Arsenal a 5 for Zone. He was definitely in his zone. I don't know what you could say about it. He was in his bag on this one. You know what I'm saying? Conceited 4, respectfully. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The name speaks for itself. Conceited. He didn't look rattled. Even when I feel like he should have been. Like, the crowd was obviously on Arsenal's side at one point. He was just like, all right. So these bars, though. You feel me? So I respect it. I definitely respect it. You know what I'm saying? So what'd you give him?
For Zone, I gave him both 4s. Only reason being is that they both trailed off randomly at the end of a round. Arsenal did it at the end of his first. He just stopped rapping. It's like, oh yeah, I'm done. It's like, nigga, what? So he ends around. Like, Casita did it to end his third off. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna just stop rapping. I'm gonna end it right there. I was like, all right, that was weird. That was a weird, abrupt ending to this battle. Like, all right, that's the only reason. Other than that, I think they both had 3 pretty good rounds. Especially like Casita had longer rounds too. Arsenal's first round was real short. Yeah, it was really short. But his other rounds were longer. So overall, Arsenal out of me got a 16, which is a B. Casita got a 14, which is also a B technically.
Yeah, definitely. You know, classic battle. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like it was like the first funny battle I seen. Like the first funny, because most battles be really like serious. You know, it's very like based on the violence and all that good shit. It might have some funny bars here and there. And then even during this time, you know, this is when the Tech 9 was a new name, and he was like kind of the first, I guess, funny battler. But even then, it was just like, it was unintentionally funny because like I didn't know he was trying to be funny. That's why I used to really throw me off when niggas would call Bill Collector a fake Tech 9. And I'm like, you could tell Bill Collector trying to be funny. I didn't even know Tech 9 was funny until I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, you know, the overselling of the mannerisms make it funny. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah,
I think it's cool to have funny niggas in battle rap. Like,
yeah, I think
it shakes up. I know a lot, like some niggas don't like it, but I like watching niggas like Pat Stay battle. Like, I'm cool with a nigga just gonna kill you with jokes. Like,
yeah, and it'd be good shit too. It'd be good, like good bars.
Yeah, it'd be almost well thought out jokes.
Yeah, it'd be like Lil Dicky. You know what I'm saying? Like some people he may not be your taste, but if you go to Lil Dicky on Sway freestyle, like, yeah, the shit got comedic value, but there's fucking bars there too, my nigga. Like that nigga saying some shit. It's just because he's a white guy in hip hop and he's a comedian and shit. He knows how to deliver in a certain way that it's funny, but he's still saying some ill shit.
Word.
For sure. Let's get to the bars. Now I'm gonna tell you right now. Just because I wanted to, and I make my own fucking rules, suck my dick. You feel me? I decided to write a long ass amount of bars. I ain't gonna hold you. So this might be a little minute, and it's been a short podcast. Like it's already what?
It's only been 40 minutes.
Yeah, so we good. So
usually it takes 40 minutes just to get us to back on track.
For sure. But yeah, so Arsenal. I'll show up at your door and knock as hard as I can. As soon as you answer, there's the palm of my hand.
That nigga's going right there. That was just so random, but it was funny because it was right after a crazy short joke, and Casita with already Casita saw it coming. He's like, all right, he ain't gonna see this one coming.
And I had to put it just because Casita even admitted that when he said that shit, he cracked up.
You funny. You can see Casita did a bit. I saw that too.
You can see Casita laughing at that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I had to start with that, bro. I was like, where am I gonna start with? I was like, I'll start with that joint. Yeah, as soon as you answer, there's the palm of my hand. I'll shoot till it's empty. My revolver don't jam. I'll fuck your mom and make you press record on the cam. Damn. I never gave a fuck about you. Every bitch in this room could get a buck about you. You don't give dick to the females. You trick to the females. You a rat. They interrogate you, giving the details. See, I'm a D boy, and my bitch, she D girl. Your bitch, a seal. Her pussy smell like SeaWorld. Bean bitch. She sucked like she forgot she got teeth. She be on her knees so much, the bitch forgot she got feet.
The crowd ate that bar up.
They ate that shit up crazy. Like I said, it was delivered really good. Nigga just decided to put a random stutter in his shit for no reason. And it somehow was still dope. Like
yeah, it worked.
You know what I mean? That's
why
crazy.
That's why you got this try stuff, bro. Just try stuff.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? But yeah, going to Casita. It don't matter what step you on, Ars, I'm one higher. Cause I'll be damned if I lose to an elementary school bus driver. That's not a punchline. That's a real fact. I don't know why he's bragging. You wake up at 5 a.m. to hop on that cheese wagon. You don't grip pounds and have the gun shooting. You tell kids, sit down while the bus moving. That shit was fucking that's what I heard it. You never did a drive-by slow and shoot chrome. Only time you drive by real slow is in a school zone. So all that lying make you look real soft. I'll catch you while you're on your job, dropping kids off. Shoot at them, but I won't miss the bus. I ain't crisscross. Casito's coming with that shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
That shit had me laughing. That shit had me dying though. Like we say you tell kids sit down while the bus moving. That shit had me fucking dying. I remember being on buses and bus drivers really would have to tell the kids, "Hey, sit down." Bro, that shit
we would never be sick. Niggas is always finding a reason to be standing up, dog. I was like, wait, why are we standing up?
Bro, niggas, I don't even know why school buses be having seatbelts. I was the only one that used that shit.
You used the seatbelt? Oh, no, bro.
I would use seatbelt just for fun. I'm like, yo, just in case.
Just in case?
Just in case. You know what I'm saying? What makes it really bad, most of the seats didn't even have seatbelts.
No.
Them shits don't be just sitting, like, the only ones that would have seatbelts are the new buses.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of school you went to. I was always in the broke school, so them schools, them things was few and far between.
Well, buses aren't bought by the schools. It's more of a county thing. So if the county has the money to get new buses, they will.
Nigga, my two counties was Hernando County and Nassau County.
Nah, Hernando, it took a while for Hernando bought new buses. I remember, I didn't know what the new bus was, so I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that bus?
When the seats went from brown to blue?
Nah, I was shocked when the engines moved to the back of the bus. You remember that?
Oh, the engine was in the back?
Yeah, cause remember before the buses had it was stuck out in the front.
Yeah.
And then eventually all the buses moved, it was flat in the front.
Yeah.
That was when they moved the engine to the back. I was like, nigga, what's wrong? Like, why does bus go flat in the front? Like, why does bus rectangular? What's up with this bus? And I was like, yeah, it's a new bus. I was like, oh, it's new? This is a new bus. I didn't know what was going on, bro.
Let me ask you, how many times you encountered a school bus that had air conditioning?
Oh, that only happened like that was
That was
field
rare.
trips. That was field trips. That
That
wasn't no
was
regular old bus,
Yeah,
nigga.
that was rare as shit.
That wasn't no regular A to B bus. Nah, but we gotta be going somewhere to get
Bro.
air conditioning.
And to let you know about Nassau, niggas talk shit about
You
Long
used to
Island.
have to crack the window open if you wanted to get some
Oh
air.
hell yeah, and then it makes it worse. You in Florida heat, so it's just as hot outside.
Yeah, it's really no point. You gotta hope the bus moving fast enough when your window open to catch a breeze. If
real.
not, you just gonna sit there and suffer.
For sure. And then even then, like I would only feel good when I'm already sweating because I'm just getting hot air blowing in my face. But when you sweating, maybe it feels a little better.
Mm.
And then freaking Nassau County and Long Island, niggas talk shit about Long Island because, you know what I'm saying, we a little more privileged, you know what I'm saying, we're not as bad projects as like the Bronx and like Brooklyn and shit like that.
Mm.
But nigga, when I tell you my school, I had to find my own way to school for the last 2 years.
They couldn't afford buses.
They couldn't afford buses for my grades, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I got real clean in my mom in the morning. It would either be I would ride with her or I had to walk myself to school. You know what I'm saying? Which is where I got really familiar with the delis so I can get a breakfast sandwich on the way to school and shit. But then, you know, moms don't be respecting that you might get hungry twice in a day. So I would either have to use my lunch money to get breakfast and starve during lunch, or I starve in the breakfast time and then have to wait until lunch just to buy mediocre ass food. You know what I mean? But yeah, my school didn't even have school buses for my grade.
Damn, it's crazy. But then, like, I know a lot of people from the north said they don't have school buses. You just take the regular bus. You just walk.
That's more like in the city. That's more like in the boroughs. Like in the city, they'll do shit like that. Yeah. My school really had school buses, but it was just literally I was just told like one year like, hey, so this year you're gonna have to walk to school. I was like, what?
How far was the walk?
In New York terms, it wasn't too bad of a walk. Like I never complained about it. I was just thrown back because now I had to be better on my time management. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before you'd be like, all right, I gotta be to at the bus stop at a certain time. Now it's just like, all right, well, how long does it take me to even walk to school? Or if I'm too late for that, I'm like, well, can my mom take me? And then sometimes you might find out too late that she can't, or she'll let you know, but like it might be an icy ass day, and then like there's been times, bro, like it's been all ice outside, right? And I would get in my mom's car and the door wouldn't close because literally the handle is frozen. So like I would have to sit there and hold the door while she's driving. And then I'd be like so concerned because I'd be like, when she dropped me off, I'm like, wait, so I'm who's gonna hold your door, Mom? You about to be just driving around with an open ass door? Like fucking things we go through in New York. You know what I'm saying? But it was about, if I could throw something out there, probably maybe I'll give it a third. Nah, it gotta be longer than that. Maybe a 45-minute walk. A 45-minute walk. And as a kid, that ain't too bad.
The whole time.
I remember Eminem was popping at that time. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I think I was too broke for a CD player at that time. I was still, or too young for it.
You just listening to the New York streets.
Yes, nigga, yes. And
you had his ear to the streets.
Yeah, you had to hope that you lived near your friends or whatnot. Which fortunately, the house I had lived in before then, we were still in the same neighborhood. So I was real cool with my neighbor at the time. So I might walk by and see one of my niggas at one time. So you might get lucky, or you just know everybody from the block. So like you might just get acquainted with some niggas and be like, yo, and then you walking with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Or you make sure you walk because you also got your bullies. I definitely had to walk past some of my bullies at one time. We got cool later, you know what I'm saying? Because he joined the basketball team. My mother always liked to buy everybody McDonald's. So at that point, niggas was like, all right, I can't be with you. Just nigga, the reason I'm eating today. So, but at that time, and he didn't really do too much. He just used to call me Wonton Quan. I don't know what dumbass shit I said for the school to know that I like wonton soup. I've been in this Chinese shit my whole life. But I remember the nigga would say that shit, and I was like, "You got twice my size, so I ain't even gonna say shit." Like
why were you so bothered by being called Wonton Quan?
Because I knew he was saying it to make fun of me. Cause like he was saying it to make fun of me, and I was just like, "I'm threatened by you, so I'm just gonna let you get that off." Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad you ain't trying to punch me. You know what I mean? I'm glad you ain't trying to get physical. Because other niggas was a little more hands on. You feel me? So,
all right. let's get into artist of the week. Quan, do you have artist of the week? You want me to go first? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't look this up yet before the show started. I'll go first to give you a couple minutes to get back on track with the show outline. It hasn't changed.
Apparently, your calling out stats are at a 5 today, my nigga. I'm calling me for everything.
The artist of the week that I
just say it. You've had enough of my shit. Because usually you just let me rock. Like you be knowing damn well that I'll be trying to figure it out while you do. Today he was like, you know what? Nah, nigga.
He was gonna call it spade a spade. My artist of the week this week is Big Crit. I've been listening to a bunch of Crit. I've been listening to a bunch of old Crit. I don't even know why, bro. Because I know he dropped a new single. Crit got a new single out called "So Cool." Music video out too. It's pretty good. And then I was like, man, I really like Crit. I've been listening to old Crit albums and tapes, and I even went and listened to that new version of Crit was here. That's out on all the streaming platform. And compared to the old version, it's like some of the songs is missing. Like, it don't even got country shit on it.
And then that's crazy because that was like the lead single.
Yeah, he didn't even got country shit on it. And it's like it's a couple other songs too. I was thinking it like the one where he samples Adele. I'm assuming he just never get that sample cleared.
Hometown Hero.
Yeah, and so it's like it's a couple songs that's not there, but then he adds a couple other songs instead. Which I mean, it's not the same.
Yeah,
it's like I didn't need Cold Game or Make Sense. Like that wasn't on the original tape. So it's missing some songs, but it's still good. But the original still hits harder. Like just sadly, it's just knocks. But maybe it's nostalgia speaking. I don't know. But
it do be nostalgic because I feel like when you just know how it's supposed to sound in your mind, hearing it a different way feels weird. I kind of felt that way when The Weeknd released Trilogy, which is supposed to be like it was all the same tapes that he released, but it'll be like one new song for each tape. But the old joints would be like it was like remastered and shit. And because it's being actually released for like I guess sales and consumption and shit, some of the samples can't be cleared, so the songs may sound a little different. Still good, but it definitely hits a little different and feels weird. You know what I mean? When you just know how you want the joint to sound and it don't sound like that completely. So yeah, and it probably do be sample clearance because I don't know if Adele, like I don't know if he was trying to pay for Adele and shit. Like, but yeah. Now mine, I just had mine a second ago. Now I lost my brain. Oh, you know what? Big Sean.
Okay.
I really been like getting back into my Big Sean bag. Like Big Sean was definitely one of my favorite artists at one time, and with him taking his sabbatical on I guess mental health and whatnot, I really like his last tape. You know what I'm saying? Like that I've really been digging HID Boy too. Like HID Boy is a producer. You know what I'm saying? Anything HID Boy related, I support at this point. You know what I'm saying? And as a secondary, I'll put Freddie Gibbs. I'm ready for his next tape. You know what I'm saying? Especially since all of New York decided to diss a nigga last month for no reason. Don't know why. Well, not last month, but like in the early of this year. That's the first thing New York wanted to do was just have at Freddie Gibbs for some reason. I don't know why.
Freddie Gibbs brought New York back together.
Apparently.
They need to thank Freddie for finally mending all the bridges. Freddie got all the boroughs together just to hate.
Freddie's gonna be the only nigga that can get Jim Jones and Max B together. For real. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Freddie Gibbs and Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? I would want for them to do a song together too. I know they know each other and they're cool, but I guess it just has never happened for whatever reason. But yeah, Big Sean, I'm excited for whatever comes next. He's been killing his verses that I hear him on.
I really want a 2088 part 2, bro. I need something else from them. Especially now they back together and everything. Yeah. There's nothing that could just stop it but them. Like,
2088 was like a fire thing because it was a collab that nobody really saw coming, but it was like great.
Yeah.
In a good way. Like especially like one of the joints, what's that interview joint they got?
I know what you're talking about. I think it's just called The Interview.
That joint was fire. Because I ain't even gonna lie. I was dating my fiance at the time, and I even played that song for her, and I was like, he's actually talking that ill shit. Because like the first verse is like, all praise and shit. And then, Janae gets on her shit. She's like, you sneaky ass nigga.
Yeah, she just came in there hating.
Yeah. And he was like, yo, what is you saying?
Yeah.
Who was you talking to? Never call you a bitch, but who was you barking to? Oh, I felt that shit on a spiritual level, my nigga. As a nigga that's not disrespectful, I don't call women out of their name, but I'll be goddamned if sometimes even the good women, I be feeling y'all be trying a good nigga sometimes. Like you be knowing you got a good nigga, you just want to try a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I felt that shit on a spiritual level, bro. Never call you a bitch, but who is you barking to? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, nigga, if it was for the fact I love you, like, you wouldn't be talking to me like. I don't let people talk to me like this.
I don't think women be understand that they get special privileges. Like, yo,
yeah, bro.
Talk to me the way I let you talk to me.
Yeah,
I don't think you understand how good you got it.
Yeah,
I don't think you like that's not how my life goes to anybody else.
I'm like, yo, how tough do you think you are? Like, why do you think I'm pussy just for you? Like, come on, dog. But yeah, that song was like really, really, and it was even dope because, you know, it was like damn near him just like rapping on the sample type shit. You know, us hip hop heads really appreciate that shit. Like, you know, when niggas can just rap on the sample on repeat and the shit sound good. I remember Beezy asked me that shit when Certified Lover Boy came out. He was like, why did everybody choose to go on the first track, the Champagne Poppy joint? Like, I think Freddie rapped on that, Lupe rapped on that, and I was like, hey. It has a bop to it, but like niggas, real hip hop lovers really like when you could just rap on the sample, no drums and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs and shout out to Big Sean. I'm excited for y'all this year. You know what I mean? Some of the people that we have a lot of history with and have listened to for a long time, and they still elevating. Love to see that longevity. Y'all young artists, think about that when y'all out here trying to enter this industry. Think of longevity, for sure. But yeah, I think that will conclude our episode.
All right.
Keep it a respectable like an hour.
We're at 55 right now, so yeah, it's going to be an hour.
All right, so let me find 5 minutes of bullshit to talk about. So, the tea in China, right? I respect you. You was actually going to let me go because you
wasn't. I was waiting for a good point to interject. So, Quan.
He's going to tumble my shit?
Oh, yeah.
Not on my podcast.
So, Quan, why don't you tell people where to find you at?
You can find me in the crib watching Danny Myers say, "The God." But if you want to find me online, you can find me at SAYQUAND on your social media platforms. I'm usually on IG, sometimes on Twitter, never on Facebook. I'm trying to get big in the fan base now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a black owned streaming, not streaming, but like a social media platform. One of the people I follow, Tony the Closer, who's like, you know, you might know him from one time being on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. He's really big on talking about converting all his stuff to going to fan base. You know what I mean? It's for the creators. You can get paid for your posts and shit like that. You know what I mean? For those who really want to get on something early, check that out. You know what I mean? I think you can even invest in the app now. I just wish I had some money to actually invest in the shit. So if it ends up being the next Instagram, I could be like, I told y'all niggas. You know what I mean? Like Boozy daughter when he was locked up. Told y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And if you want to find some of my beats, you can find me at SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. Got all kind of beats. You know what I'm saying? Think of an artist you like. Yep, I got that kind of beat. You feel me? So holla at your boy, and it'll be in the description. You know what I mean? But where can they find you at?
You want to talk to me, you know what I'm saying? A real one. You already know all my socials are the same. At Not Bloodbath. Talk to me, I talk back. You can talk to me on the Twitter, the IG, the TikTok. That's pretty much it. That's why I don't really be nowhere else. So.
You can also find them at thehatdon'tmatch.com. You know what I'm saying? Working all different kinds of the same color. You feel me? Doing what the thugs do. You know what I'm saying? Not being a bugaboo.
Exactly. But then you Quan already told you where to find him. Fattotheback.com.
Oh, shit. He said Fattotheback.com. God damn.
So yeah, I think it's been another successful episode of the Hold It Down podcast. I want you to tell a friend to tell a friend.
And tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
And remember the South, go hold it down.
God damn.